Hello, everyone. I am so excited to bring you this meal prep, showing it a different way. Yes, we're goofy and fun and silly, but we're getting down to business. I want to show you 3 recipes that are some of our favorite go-tos every week. And by meal prepping them, it helps us stay compliant. I lost 70 pounds. It helps maintain that. High blood pressure, whew, gone. I want to show you guys the magic in doing meal prep. These are just 3 meals that literally can transform whether you're successful during your week or not. Let's start making them. I'm going to show you how easy and simple this really is. Let's go. First, we're going to start with a can of red kidney beans. We're going to rinse them, put them in the food processor along with a can of chickpeas. Then we're going to go ahead and put in our nutritional yeast, a cup of nutritional yeast. Now we're going to grind some flax seeds. I always start with fresh flax seeds and grind them because that way you get the efficacy from the flax seed, and you want all of those omega-3s and antioxidants. If you eat them whole, you'll just poop them out, and we don't want that. So go ahead and grind up a cup of flax seeds and put them in the food processor. I use a coffee grinder that's dedicated to spices and seeds that I grind. It works out really nice. If you look in the description, you'll see a link to my Amazon store, and I have put all 3 of these recipes we're making, every ingredient you need from start to finish, in the curated spot in my Amazon store. Now we put in a half a cup of tahini, and next we're going to put in some plant-based milk. I like to use soy milk, and you're going to do 1/4 cup of soy milk. I use the Trader Joe's. If I don't have that, I might use a West Elm, but you could also use oat milk or almond milk. Now we're going to put our spices in, and we're going to do 2 teaspoons of garlic powder along with 2 teaspoons of onion powder. We're also going to put in a 1/4 teaspoon of ground pepper. Now we're going to mix it up. You don't have to mix it till it's a fine paste, just got a little bit of texture still left. The other ingredient to put in there before you start mixing, the 1/4 cup of low sodium soy sauce. And that's it. You just literally scoop it out and put it in the silicone mold and pack it in. Oh, this is so easy and so delicious, you guys. I hope you make it. My whole family loves this recipe. It's great after you cook it. You can slice it and have meatloaf sandwiches. You can have a side of mashed potatoes, corn, green beans, or a side salad, anything you desire. The other thing you can do with it is you can put it on top of a salad and crumble it on top. It's delicious. Now, before we put it in the oven, we're going to put on barbecue sauce. And I use Date Lady barbecue sauce. It's delicious. The only sugar in there is the natural sugar from the dates. So it's wonderful, and it's low in sodium. A lot of barbecue sauces are high in sugar and sodium, and we don't want that. Looks like I'm having a conference with Grant. We're deciding how much barbecue sauce to put on it. Date Lady barbecue sauce, I get it on Amazon. The link's below. It's a game changer. I also love it on potatoes. But I digress. We did this food prep in a live stream on Sundays. There's a link in the description if you want to see us being a little bit hilarious in our hijinks about making it. The whole point was to show you how easy it is to meal prep, and that is one of the key reasons we're successful at being whole food plant-based, how I lost 70 pounds and have maintained it for 4 years. Now we're going to start prepping for the fried rice, the unclucked fried rice that is so delicious. So go ahead and get your Instant Pot out or your rice maker and put in 2 cups of rice. We use jasmine rice, and then 2 cups of water. Go ahead and get that started, put it on rice mode, and let it cook. Now we're going to switch over to one of my favorites, enchiladas. These are so delicious. And when I discovered that I could make chicken enchiladas with soy butler curls and have them taste fantastic, low in sodium, I was so excited. First, you start with an onion. Doesn't everything start with an onion? It's delicious. Now, Today, I'm so sorry, I didn't have a whole red onion, but just like I tell you guys, make the most of what you have. So I'm using half of a regular onion and half of a red onion. It'll be perfect. If you don't have a red onion, just use a yellow onion. You're good. I got a little carried away here chopping. I'm chopping a little bit too much because what's right next to my left hand is my favorite new kitchen gadget, and that's the chopper. Get to the chopper, everyone. So you really only have to cut your onion maybe once or twice and then put it in the chopper and it does the rest of the work for you. Easy peasy. What we're going to do next with this onion is we're going to saute it. So this is the base for the no salt, delicious enchilada sauce. This is probably my favorite sauce. Grant and I agree on this. And the fact that there is virtually no sodium in it is, the clouds in the sky open up, the heavens shine through. It's amazing. Because one of my things is I love salt, and I had high blood pressure. I was on medication, and I love Mexican food. I love chips and salsa. I love lots of things that are salty like pizza. So it's been amazing to be able to recreate this food and have it be low sodium, low fat, and still taste delicious. Now we're going to add 2 tablespoons of garlic. I do the garlic because it's easy, convenient, and fast, but you can go ahead and cut up fresh garlic and mince it. So we're letting those simmer and saute. You just want to get your onions and the garlic softened and just a little bit cooked. That's what we're doing right now. Stir them around a little bit. Just let them saute. You're good. I love the smell of onions cooking. So delicious. And garlic. I mean, is there a better combination? I don't know. Our kitchen always smells so great, so flavorful. So next, what we're going to do in this recipe is we're going to go ahead and put in some of the spices. Now we're going to start with chili powder, and you're going to want 3 tablespoons of chili powder. Just keeps getting better and better. It's the scent, the flavors, so delicious. We're also going to put in there, one of my other favorites is cumin. There's 1 teaspoon of cumin. It's making me hungry even talking about it. Smells so good. Then we're going to go ahead and put 2 cans diced tomatoes. If you don't have the 2 cans of diced no salt tomatoes, go ahead like I did. You know, we always are improvising if we don't have the exact ingredients. Put a whole can of whole tomatoes. So what you're looking for is 28 ounces of tomatoes. But please buy the no salt added tomatoes. That way you're lowering your sodium bomb, and that's what makes this sauce virtually salt-free. We're also going to add in there 1 tablespoon of low sodium tamari or soy sauce, and that's what we have, low sodium soy sauce. Oh, now it's really cooking. And so you're going to go ahead and let it cook, put it on medium. You can see that it's boiling a little bit, bubbling up. And what we're really doing is just letting those flavors come together with all the spices and the tomatoes and the onions and garlic. So delicious. So go ahead and let those boil and then bring it down to a medium simmering. Now we're going to put something in that's critical. It's a thickening agent, and it's called arrowroot powder. It's in my Amazon store. Like I said, everything you need for these recipes I have curated from start to finish. And arrowroot powder will help it get a little bit thicker, and you're going to put 3 tablespoons in, and you're going to do this after it's simmered for about 5 minutes. Next, I add 1.5 cups of water. I love this sauce. This sauce is perfect for enchiladas. It's also great for if you want to do a burrito and put it in. The possibilities of what you can use this sauce for. You could do a delicious Mexican casserole. Oh, look at that sauce. It's coming together beautifully. And this is so easy to do. You can see how easy this is. And the reason you don't want to buy store-bought enchilada sauce is because it's filled with sodium, sugar, additives. It's really a processed food. And we are trying to get away from that so that our body can heal. You want inflammation to go down, this is how it works. You're going to go ahead and make this beautiful sauce and eat it guilt-free. The next thing I do is I put it in my immersion blender. So I'll stick my immersion blender into the pan directly because I want it to be nice and smooth. I love a smooth sauce. That immersion blender, of course, is in my Amazon store. Grant graciously got that for me for Christmas. Some people want diamonds or rubies. I wanted an immersion blender. It's the little things in life, right? Now we are going to prepare the soy curls. These are called soy butler curls. And Butler is the name of the company. It's here in Oregon that started making these, but you can get them nationally. They are on Amazon and they're in the store. I love soy butler curls because they're low fat, high in protein and nutrients, and they taste fantastic. We use them for barbecue pork sandwiches, of course, chicken enchiladas. We use them in our chicken fried rice. We use them in our soups and stews. There's basically nothing you can't use them for. I just love them. So what you do with them is you open a bag. For this particular recipe, you just need one bag. You open them and you put water on top of them in a bowl and you let them soak for about 10 minutes. It's that easy. And then you're going to go ahead and drain them after they've soaked for about 10 minutes. Now we're going to prepare the tortillas. I use corn tortillas, and I do this for a couple of reasons. Because they are not processed. Some tortillas have a lot of fillers in them. You really want to read the back of ingredients. But I also use corn tortillas because they're very low in sodium. You might not know that a lot of flour tortillas, whether they're whole wheat, they usually have about 300 milligrams of sodium. So just in the tortillas themselves, like let's say you have 2 enchiladas, that's 600 milligrams of sodium. That doesn't count anything else you've had throughout the day, and pretty much everything has sodium in it. So this is my hack and I love it. So how I prepare the corn tortillas is I put them in the air fryer for about a minute on 375, and they come out and they're nice and pliable because I used to have trouble with them breaking, but once I heat them up a little bit, they're super easy to work with and to assemble the enchiladas. It's so delicious. I hope you guys get these. These tortillas are available at Costco. They're also available. I put some in the Amazon store. So super easy, inexpensive, and delicious. And I love the fact that they're just corn, water. All right, now we are getting to the good part where we assemble these enchiladas, and I can't wait. This batch actually produces 2 pans of enchiladas. And I use the silicone, you can see the red silicone tray that I use. It's a 8x8. That's also, guess where? In the Amazon store. I also am going to cut up some green onions. So you could use all sorts of filling, be as creative as you want. But on the inside of these, I really just put the enchilada sauce, the soy butler curls, and green onions. Delicious. I personally love olives, but my family doesn't. So, wah, wah, wah. No olives in this particular batch. But you could put, boy, just about anything inside them that you wanted to. You could even chop up onions and put them in there as well, just depending on what sort of texture. But really, these are just so delicious with the soy curls and the enchilada sauce and the green onions. Just real simple, basic, but delicious. Right now I'm draining the water out of the soy butler curls. I just use a strainer, put them in there, and use my hand to press them. Now I don't put all, there's a lot of soy butler curls. And like I said, this makes 2 pans. So you put about half, maybe a little less than half of the soy butler curls in another bowl. And I'm probably going to do about 6 or 7 scoops of the enchilada sauce. Just get it where everything's covered and it's a nice mixture. You want it all the way covered, not too dry. I usually do about 2 scoops, 2 tablespoons of the filling. And that's it. You roll them up and you put the seam side down. It's super easy, as you can see. The hardest part is just waiting for them to cook. We love these. This was one of the first recipes I ever made, and I love to make it every week. And that way, when that dreaded question comes up, what's for dinner, or you have decision fatigue, you've worked a long day, or maybe you've been out running errands all day, and you just don't feel like cooking. These are in your fridge. You can also freeze these as well, but these are in your fridge ready to go. Pop them in the air fryer or in the oven again, and that way your dinner is ready and on the table by 5:30 or 6. Then we top them off with green onions. Put anything you want. If you have or have made my hard cheese, go ahead and grate some of that on top. But really, what we're showing you is what we eat all the time. It's delicious, just the way it is. We made this video on Sunday, and we chose 3 of our go-to recipes that we make on a weekly basis. I think some of the reasons why I was never a batch cooker in the past, I just wasn't organized enough, but you can see that it's not a whole lot of ingredients. And if you have them all ahead of time, so easy to do this. That's why I put them all in my Amazon store so that you can literally get them delivered to your door. I used to really have a hard time going to 4 or 5 stores because some of these items are special. It's not all stores carry no sodium tomatoes, and not all stores carry soy butler curls or the right kind of corn flour. You know, a lot of them carry flour tortillas, and we want these corn basic ones. Plus, you probably don't have these silicone containers. If you do, that's fantastic. But if you don't, definitely they are a staple in our household. And that prevents us from using oil. Oil has 4,000 calories per pound. And that's one of the reasons I don't use it. It's pure fat. It is processed. It takes about 40 to 60 olives to make 1 tablespoon of olive oil. Can you imagine that? That's a ton. But it's pure fat, and nobody needs it in their diet. If anything, it damages your endothelial cells. Those are the cells in your veins that line your veins that protect you from having an event. And when I say event, I'm talking about a heart attack or a stroke. That's the #1 reason in this country people die. So you want your veins, you want that blood, those red blood oxygen cells to flow. And the one way you can do that to really have an impact on your life is paying attention to what you eat. So you thought this was just meal prep, but this is longevity prep. That's what I would call it. You know, this is so much larger than just, hey, let's make some healthy food. This impacts your cellular structure and everything else. Let's go back to why we're doing it. It tastes great, it helps keep us healthy, and we like it. If you're enjoying this video so far, please make sure to hit the subscribe, like, and ring the bell so you're notified every time we post a new video. Last but not least is our chicken fried rice. Let me say that a better way. This is unclucked, unfried rice. This was inspired, Grant came up with this recipe, and he was inspired by Benihana. It's a Japanese restaurant. It was one of our favorite places to go for birthdays and celebrations before we went plant-based. We loved their chicken fried rice. Oh my goodness, just was so great. But what we found out after we went whole food plant-based is that it is loaded with saturated fat. It's loaded with eggs, which are high in cholesterol. It's loaded with oil and butter. Oh my gosh, so much butter. So basically you're taking your life in your own hands when you eat that. The first thing we're going to start with is an onion. Almost everything starts with an onion around here. It's great for flavor and nutrients and perfect for this fried rice. So we're going to go ahead and cut up an onion, and we're putting it in our big wok. Hey, if you don't have a wok, there's a link below. Go ahead and check it out. Then we're going to put in our garlic. We're doing 2 tablespoons of garlic in the wok. Make sure and have a wooden or silicone spatula because you don't want to scratch up your wok. So make sure you have a silicone safe, BPA-free silicone spatula. Now, a tip I want to tell you is make sure and go ahead also and cut up green onions and throw them in there with the regular white onion and garlic and stir it around. Delicious. A measuring or a cup full of water off to the side, because this wok will get pretty hot and you don't want the onions and the garlic sticking to the bottom of it. So just be mindful and make sure that you have that, so you can add a little bit of water anytime it starts to get a little bit sticking or dry. That's just a pro tip I'm giving you. Go ahead and grate about a tablespoon of fresh ginger into the onions that are sauteing. Ginger is so fragrant and delicious, and it adds another depth to this fried rice. So go ahead and do that. Plus, ginger is wonderful. It has so many health benefits and properties. It's a natural GLP-1. It takes heavy toxins and metals out of your body. So I highly recommend ginger every day. Plus, it just adds such a nice flavor to your food. I'm going to cut up a carrot. I think I'm actually going to put 2 carrots in. Again, this is something where it's subjective and just be creative. Maybe you want more veggies. I certainly don't recommend less, but go ahead and cut your carrot up. I love this fried rice because this will make a huge amount, and we have it as a meal. You know, we'll have it just by itself, or you can put it with other things as well. It's so great. Okay, now I'm putting in just some frozen peas, frozen organic peas. I buy the big bag at Costco. I would say probably around a cup is what I put in. And like I said before, we've got 2 diced carrots that go in as well. So put your peas and carrots in. Peas, please. Pass the peas, please. And also, you can see off to the side, we have another bag of soy butler curls, and we're soaking those in water. Soy is so good for you. You should eat at least 5 ounces of soy a day. There's been studies done that show that soy can actually help lower your risk of cancer, and that it actually is something has inside of it that is phytoestrogen. It's opposite of estrogen, so it actually helps protect you from cancer. Please eat soy every day. The other thing it can do is if you have hot flashes or night sweats, it will help lower them. Mine actually went away. It's amazing. It felt like a miracle. So soy is such an important thing to incorporate in your day. And you're also getting all of that wonderful protein. I can't wait for you guys to make this. This is one of my favorites. All 3 of these, it's hard to choose a favorite, but it's just basically chopping. You can get already chopped up carrots at the store if you want to cut some time off in your prep. Just depends if you have more time than money or more money than time. Chopping, though, can be so therapeutic. I like to chop vegetables quite a bit. Look at the color. Isn't that beautiful? It's looking good. It's coming together nicely. Who would have thought you could have fried rice, chicken fried rice, and lose weight? Okay, after you get all the carrots cut up, then we're going to put in about a half a teaspoon of red pepper flakes. I'm putting more peas in. I just kind of guesstimate how much we're putting in. Eyeball it, make it look good. I like equal parts of peas in there along with the carrots. Yeah, that looks fantastic. I love it. All those veggies, goodness. You could also add like all sorts of other things like snap peas are good in here. I've even added mushrooms before, some red peppers, corn. You could put corn in. So really it's up to your imagination or what flavors you're craving or feeling like. But there's so many different vegetables you can add. Bamboo shoots, you name it, you can do it. Okay, so this is coming together nicely. We've got it on medium heat right now. Just always check your burner because woks tend to get really toasty, really hot, and you don't want to burn it. So make sure you always have that water next to it in case you need to add a little water. We don't use any cooking sprays or oil, and that's the key to keeping this low fat. But let me tell you, you don't miss the oil. it tastes delicious. Now, what we're going to do is there's a recipe for our mung bean egg, a mung bean egg we make, and I'm just putting it in. I've cut it up and it's delicious. Look at that. Would you even know that that wasn't an egg? I love it. It's so delicious, full of protein and fiber. It's rich in fiber. As Americans, we are so lacking in fiber. It's really terrible, and that's a serious component for your health. We need fiber for our gut microbiome. Now I've drained the Butler soy curls, also high in protein, delicious. And I'm just cutting them up because every bag's a little bit different, but I want it to be more like pieces within the chicken fried rice. Oh, that looks so good. Now the final stretch. We're in the final stretch of making it, and we're putting the rice in that we started cooking earlier before we made the enchiladas. That rice is done. And remember, it was 2 cups of dried rice that you cook. And look at that coming together. Oh, that's so delicious. I love it. Isn't this great? It smells wonderful. This is just beautiful. Beautiful. I know what I'm having for lunch. Does that just not look like the best? The best. Now, something we do that is kind of funny is we will make crispy tofu and add it to our fried rice. So talk about soy squared, right? Oh, my finishing touches, excuse me. I add a little bit of low sodium soy sauce at the end, just like a teaspoon. I hope you enjoyed this and you can see for yourself how easy it is to prep 3 go-to meals that are in your fridge when that terrible question comes up, what's for dinner? Hey, thanks for watching. I hope this has inspired you and you make these recipes. There's links below. Join our school community. There's also my Amazon store that is affiliate marketing, but it's all the products I love. And I've put together bundles for every single recipe we made today. So you can go into that bundle and get all those products just like that. So you can make these dishes and you will enjoy. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you next time. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring that bell so every time we post a new video, you're notified.